Krishna, welcome back. Now, the suspected case of corporal punishment leading to the death of a 12-year-old boy, Alvin, in Cuddalore, is another story that we have been closely tracking. In a new twist to the case, the school spoke exclusively to NDTV Hindu and said that health issues might have been the reason behind the death. Now, they maintain that Alvin died due to an existing medical condition of breathlessness and chest pain. Now, the question is, how is it that the school was not aware of the student's health problems previously? And why is it that the parents had chosen not to inform the school of any such health concerns? Now, the investigations, meanwhile, are being carried out. The post-mortem results are awaited. In fact, it will now be announced in 20 days before the post-mortem is out. So far, the warden of the school has been suspended after parents protest outside the school. Well, for more on that, let's go across to our reporter Krishna Murthy, who's joining us live from the newsroom. Now, Krishna, first things first, at this point, 20 days is a very, very long time for the post-mortem report to be out. What explanation have the authorities given for, again, delaying the report by 20 days?
Well, Ashmit, the Virupuram SP just spoke to us some time back. He said that it will take about 20 days for the post-mortem report to be out. Now, this is because they have sent samples of Alvin's body to Chennai Forensic Lab. Now, the body parts will be checked over here for any cases of harsh treatment towards the body, which was allegedly being meted out to Alvin. Now, after that, the report will be sent to the doctors in Cuddalore, and the report will be checked by the doctors over there, and then the final forensic report will be out. Now, he said that the entire process could take up to 20 days. This is being done so that they could come out with a clear idea as to whether or not Alvin was subjected to corporal punishment. Now, he also told that in Cuddalore, the entire post-mortem was being videographed, and he told us that the official version is that the entire there has been no cases of signs of being hard hitting towards Alvin, but our sources are telling us that there was wounds to Alvin, which was hard wounds given to Alvin. So there is a discrepancy in the report where we need to wait for the official version to be out.
All right, Krishna, thanks for joining us with all those details. But again, the big question mark still looms about the cause of death of that child. Let's move ahead now. Now, 4 women lecturers who were arrested on charges of abetment to suicide have been hospitalized. And this is after being produced at the magistrate court. The 4 lecturers together conveniently complained of health problems, and they were then allowed to seek treatment. After being discharged from the hospital, they will then be taken and lodged at the Pudol prison. Now, these developments come after a final year BCom girl student committed suicide by hanging herself. Now, in the suicide note, she had alleged that she was stripped by the lecturers during an inquiry over theft of a classmate's money. Let's go across to our crime reporter Salim for the latest on that. Now, Salim, what's the latest in this one development? Now, parents have again expressed a great deal of dissatisfaction at the development where all 4 lecturers fell ill at the same time. What's the latest in this story?
Yeah, exactly, Ashwin, as you said. How come all the 4 women lecturers fell ill at the same time? This is the big question doing rounds in the minds of the fishermen who staged a protest in front of the MGR Janaki College in Adyar demanding the arrest of the lecturers. All the 4 lecturers were arrested after police conducted investigation with the faculty and students. The agitated relatives of the victims also say that they will stage a protest if the lecturers who were arrested on charges of abetment to suicide continue to stay at the city hospital. They say they want the lecturers to be lodged in jail. Meanwhile, the police say that the college that the college have paid a compensation of 1 lakh rupees for the victim's family, but the police also say that the victim's family demand a compensation of 25 lakh rupees, and they demand that the lecturers to be lodged in jail. Ashmit?
Right, Salim. Thanks again for joining us with all those details there about that one interesting case. Let's move ahead now. And a reprieve of sorts for the leader of opposition. The Madras High Court has dismissed 2 petitions filed by the Kodanath Panchayat president against her Kodanath estate. Now, the plea to inspect the estate by Panchayat and others seeking a ban on construction on the estate were both dismissed. And the Madras High Court has extended the stay on the government order till 14th of February for acquiring 0.87 hectares of land from the Kodanath estate to lay a public road. And this has been one of the local panchayats' long pending demand to acquire the road for unconditional use.
In that pending writ appeal, the Panchayat Board President Bundos preferred two applications. One is restraining the Kodonadu estate management from putting up the construction in survey number 171, and also to seeking direction to inspect the construction. Both applications were heard by Justice L.P. Dharma Rao and Justice K.K. Sasidharan, and they were pleased to dismiss both applications.
Well, the DMK today slammed the Sri Lankan government for denying its Navy's role in the recent attack on Tamil Nadu fishermen. Now, the party also demanded that a new accord be signed to establish Tamil Nadu's rights once again at Kachrathiva, an island ceded by India to Sri Lanka in 1974. Now, a resolution to this effect was passed at the party's General Council meeting headed by Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and DMK President M. Karunanidhi. Now, the Council also adopted a resolution for making Tamil one of the official languages of the country. And some news from the city. Residents of Kandan Chavri, including some transgenders, staged a protest and blocked the traffic this morning at Kandan Chavri signal, stating that many of them did not receive any of the freebies from the Civil Supplies Department. Now, they also added that they had to shell out between 2 to 500 rupees for the coupons, which were supposedly charge-free. Now, they said that they had been trying to claim their freebies for the past 4 days, but were not successful in getting them. Dekh Ghuma Ke or Swing It Hard is the anthem for the Cricket World Cup, but will it swing the hearts like Waka Waka did? We get you a sneak peek on the other side.